Hello everyone, it is Siren, back with a mod 30 build for your ears and eyes. We'll just get straight into it. There's two versions of this build. One that I use more than the other. Um, the other one's just kind of quickly made. Um, so we'll start off with this build. This is the build that I use the most. Um, this is a Master Dread Sanctum build. As you can tell by the rings, they're stupid. They've got so much rating and it's just so worth it to use them, so I use them both for the item level gain as well. It's pretty nasty, although you don't need item level, but I have tried to use as many pieces of high item level gear whilst capping my stats as well. Um, so first of all, I've got this. This is a great helmet, but um, I hope one day we can get something that procs a little bit faster and gives us the same amount of stats. If you're going for a super bursty fight and you want the fight to be over quicker, I would say this is I would say this is a pretty good option. Um, yeah, you just get more damage and a bit faster pace, but lower item level, and you miss about 3% combat advantage anyway. So yeah, I'm using this vest. It's fantastic, but I was using the Muller's plate before. Um, yeah, I was just using this before I got everything maxed, but these bracers are nasty on third boss and second boss with the illusions or the delusions that spawn in. They're pretty nice. The tentacles proc them. Um, for first boss, you could just swap out for more crit strike, I would say. Yeah, something like that. Or these. Perfect weapons are always great. They give you that 3% outgoing damage and 10% stats. You can't really go wrong with these in single target fights, I don't think, especially in this new mod. I'm using these boots right now. Um, I don't really have uh, many options here. There's no point in me using these because um, this ring basically does what their bonus is, so it's kind of nasty. We're using detector set here. I just realised that I don't have that on because I was fiddling with the build whips. We have the detector set here. The 7% combat advantage and the 40 is really nice, giving you a little bit extra power and accuracy just to kind of fill some stats. This this shirt here is nice. There's a better version of it that gives a bit more balanced stats, but where is it? It's not this one. It's not this one. It's not this one. It's this one with the crit strike and crit save. It's pretty nice ratings on it. I do like the accuracy one right now though. I'm gonna stick with that. But yeah, and that's basically all about the gear. I'm just using stuff that will kind of bolster my stats and item level here. I just have the crystal, and I'm not usually on the crystal, but I was using it last run, so I've had that on. For powers, we use kind of default single target ranger setup. I don't use an AoE build anymore. I'm a little bit lazy in that aspect. Um, and a huge tip for people that don't know is if you use Tactician's Precision in the stable, this one here, you can proc that by animation cancel and Forest Ghost. Let me hop in here real quick and I'll show you guys what I mean. Let's give myself full AP. You only need half to use this, but this is what I mean. So you go, you just use your encounter. Oh, I've just realised I've set it to no cooldowns. Oh my god. Um, you go, you use your abilities, cool. Use Forest Ghost, dash to cancel it, and it takes your cooldowns down by 5 seconds. It is very nice for AoE, especially if you're using Cordon of Arrows and stuff. But instead of using an AoE build, I now just switch Long Striders to Cordon and Plant Growth and then just rock it from there. Yeah, so no AoE build anymore, but it's kind of just a bit of a pain. The Dread Sanctum is such an easy dungeon as well. You just go through and you just kind of roll through the AoEs anyway, so it's pretty easy. For boons, I don't have all my boons yet. I've only got 89. But this is what I'm rocking right now. Realistically, I'm wanting more of this once I can, just for a little bit extra survivability. Um, and I'll maybe pick up this at one point, but right now, Bloodlust is pretty nasty. Life Lessons is procking a lot. And Blessed Advantage is great for the power boost. I've left a bit of a gap in my power to make sure when that procs I can get the most out of it. And it's proc quite a lot. Um, yep, I'm Metallic Dragonborn right now, so I'm getting that 6% stats. My Gilbins, just like this. Usually I have a little movement speed, but I died in the last one. We're running Flapjack, but I mean, you can just change to whatever you want with um, with summon companions. Usually you want to use a grip buff or an enemy debuff, something like Spine Devil if you've got a lot of melees. Tutor, I'm not sure if BDS is being played as much anymore. We've got Acute Senses. Yeah, that's just 9% combat advantage. It's just so nice. These companion gears are great, but I feel like once we get new ones, they'll obviously become obsolete. I've just replaced the sword knot because I used to have two of these talismans, but I was overcapping on crit save, so we've changed to the sword knot. Uh, yeah, these are the bonuses that I'm using. 3dx damage comps. Um, Pack Tactics, all your DPS should be running Pack Tactics. It's just so worth it, and it's just such a nice kind of bonus to have in your team. It's really nice. Gentle Tongue Lash. This scales off physical damage. I could get Bigby's hand, but I heard that it's not as great. And the rotation. This is what I'm using right now. I will probably drop the Warlords at one point. If they ever fix Enchantress Hex for HR, I will run that. But for now, I keep the Warlords up just for a little bit extra damage on Flapjack or whoever I'm using. Nice. Yeah, for mounts, that's what I'm using. Try to think if there's anything else. I think that's it. Now, if I go and show you guys the kind of alternative, which is not, it's a bit kind of, how do I say it? It's a bit crap right now, but if you like using the Shroomwood set, I would recommend, it's not the Shroomwood set, I would recommend using this, and then taking this off using the Siren Conduit of Magma, just because, higher item level, a bit more power, etc. So what happens here is because we've taken off the detector set and we lose the 7% combat advantage, we can use this corroded shirt here, then swap this Citron for Amethyst, swap these guys around, makes up for your combat advantage loss. You'll lose a little bit of stats from the loss of 40, but you gain that 9%, that 9 strength to your build, and boosts your damage quite a bit. But I prefer a little bit higher item level just for more survivability and the extra stats, so I can run the 3x damage comps. Let's see, let's go back to what I was using. So yes, that's how it's rocking right now. This build feels super nice to play, especially with these rings. I would recommend getting them. There's a good selection, a really nice selection of rings in here. Some tank rings, I would say, some nice healer rings. This is also good. It's very even, oh, not very evenly split, but it's also very useful. Yep. So that's what we're rocking right now. These bismuth pieces, I'm not super satisfied with how they work. This one could be okay, and I will probably try and fit it into a build at one point, but for now we use the hat until we get, a kind of more sustainable kind of bigger source of combat advantage. Also, the buffs that I use are, let's see, Squash Soup, Flask of Potency, and I also use the Ratatouille and Sunlord's Gift's Elixir with one of these Invocation Blessings just for good measure. So yeah, guys, thank you for watching, and if you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comments. It's always my pleasure to talk about what I'm using, and yeah, have a nice day, everyone.